In this video, we'll take a quick tour of what's available through the Edit and View menus in Google Docs. Let's start with Edit. As you can see, there are some commands that are available on the Formatting toolbar. So there's Undo and Redo, Cut, Copy, and Paste, paste without formatting. So let's take a look. Once something is selected, it's available to be cut, and of course cut means removed from the document but stored in computer memory so it can be pasted somewhere else. So I'll cut that one, go to a new location, and paste. This is more easily done generally by using Control X and Control V. The difference between cut and paste and copy and paste is simply that cut removes it from its original location when pasted or removes it immediately from its original location, makes it available to paste, whereas copy does not. So if I were to take this, copy it, and paste it. Again, these shortcuts are much more convenient. If I have work from some other application or in some other format, and I want to bring that in, it's generally a good idea to paste without formatting. And again, I got that through a right click, but I could have gotten it here also through the menu. And now you see that it's just picking up the standard formatting, whereas if I pasted it using the normal paste function, that formatting would come through. And bringing formatting in from another application like Microsoft Word is generally a bad idea. Bring it in without formatting and then do your own formatting on that. It'll work for you much better. In addition, there's something called the Web Clipboard, and the Web Clipboard is designed to let you copy things from one document to another and to store multiple copies. So let's take a look at that. I've opened this resume file. I'm going to select some text. I'll take here. This is my experience. And I am going to copy it to the Web Clipboard. I'm going to do the same thing for my skills over here. And I'm going to do the same thing for the languages. When I come back to my original document, if I want to access those things, if I want to, let's get rid of that for a second, and paste them in there, I can simply go to Edit, Web Clipboard, and you can see that I've retained the 3 different items in there. So if I want to do my skills first, I can paste them. Rich text is probably the best solution there, and it preserves the formatting. There's my languages, etc. So I can still reformat these, but it allows me to bring in multiple blocks of information or something I might want to reuse several times without having to go back and copy and paste it each time. There's a Select All option. Control A is a faster choice, but it's there if you forget that. Select None to deselect. And there's a Find and Replace function. And Find and Replace is a great tool, but it's a dangerous tool as well. So if I say Find and Replace, I have to define what I'm looking for. So it's the word subsection, and you can see there that it's found the first instance of subsection, and I could page through the page, and I see there's actually quite a few there. That's probably not what I wanted. Let's say that I'm looking for subsection A. Now when I change to that, there's fewer instances. There's only 2 instances of that on the entire document. Now I can just go through and find them using this function. That's the find function. But if I want to replace them, let's say that I wanted it to be subsection A. I can simply say find, okay, there's that one. I can replace it individually, or I can do replace all. So let's look at replacing them one at a time. So I replace that, and now it's not finding anymore because no more examples of this exist. If I wanted to make the search a little more stringent, I could match case. So then the capitalization or lowercase of each letter would make a difference and it would have to match exactly. Or I could use regular expressions. Now I don't find that regular expressions is something that many people use. If you do want to look into it, there's a help link here that could help you out. Okay, let's try a larger selection here just to show you the power of this. So we're going to say find it and replace. And I'm going to make it case sensitive. And I'm going to look for the word intro. And you can see that this, I'm currently on number 28 of 38. And I'm just going to replace that with an all cap intro. It's telling me that there are 38 instances. If I say replace all, I'm not going to get a chance to verify any of those before doing it. It's just going to go through the entire document and do everything at once. In this particular case, I'll reverse the process. Again, 38 instances, all caps, and I will replace all to put them back the way they were. Replace all can be a real time saver, but it's also something that can be dangerous to use, so you've got to be very careful. If this intro also existed inside another word, like introduction, it would have done that as well. So you've just got to be careful with it. Okay, under the View menu option, Print Layout simply will make the document look a little more like it would when it was actually printed, and I just leave it on by default. I think it's a good idea. We've looked at modes previously in the introductory video, but they're here as well, so it's another way to access your modes. You'll notice there's a ruler at the top. You don't have to see that. You can turn that off, although in most cases it's left on. There's also an equation toolbar. So if you're a math teacher or if you have need to add math equations, this toolbar can be very helpful in doing so. So let's add a little equation in here. So I'll just say I would like a new equation, and I'm going to say, let's say x. You can pick different symbols from here as you need. Some will just be available through the keyboard, of course. So x equals, and then I decide that x is going to equal a over b. So that will give me the correct format to be able to complete my formula. So to be honest, there are extensions you can put on Google Docs that are a lot more powerful that help you make equations, but this is available as well. Back to View, turn that off. There are compact controls. If you see, that's the same option we saw in an earlier video of collapsing the menu and giving yourself a little more room. And there's also full screen, which is one step further. In order to get out of full screen, you're going to remember to hit the escape key. That'll get everything back. So those are your basic options under Edit and View.